Hi everyone, Vegas Film Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard here to give you my top 5 Father's Day movie picks. Now this is kind of an eclectic list because I wanted to give something for everybody because there's fathers of all different ages. I don't know what your motive is to show a movie to your father, if it's a father-son thing or something that guys would enjoy, and there's different ages. So my list is kind of like, something for everyone. So I wanted you to know that I tried to include all different kinds of fathers and all different kinds of situations. Coming at number 5 is just a movie I can't get enough of. It's called About Schmidt with Jack Nicholson. And it's about a man who gives decades of his life to an insurance company, Woodman Insurance Company, and the movie opens with him as a retirement party, and I think he gets a watch and just literally shoves him out the door. But he has so many years left. He has so much more he can give, but they literally shove him out the door. So now what does a man do for retirement? His daughter's getting married, so he gets this giant motorhome and he starts this cross-country trek in a motorhome. And it stars Jack Nicholson, and it's one of his best roles. I really do. And I loved Alexander Payne directed it, and it's got this unique pacing to it. It's got this dark humor. It's got this great narration that you hear about Schmidt in his mind. And it's got a great supporting cast with Hope Davis and June Squibb, and of course, a famous nude scene by Kathy Bates. I won't tell you what that is. I know, don't turn off the channel here. So check out About Schmidt. It's one of my favorites. Gotta include a sports movie. Here's a movie from a couple years ago from Disney called $1 Million Arms starring John Hamm. And this is based on the true story of a sports agent who's trying to start his own agency, but he's trying to recruit talent. And so he's watching cricket one day. Cricket, what they throw the weird ball like in England, but it's in India. And these guys are like clocking these pitches in at like 90 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour. I'm not sure what exactly it was, but he's sitting there going, wait a minute, maybe we could take these guys that are doing these fast pitches for cricket and somehow translate that to baseball. So he travels over to India, scouts out the best he can find, brings them back and tries to get them to join these major league teams. It's a really good inspirational story. It's all based on a true story, and John Hamm is just wonderful in it, and it's just uplifting. It really is. And I didn't want to suggest Field of Dreams and all these movies we've seen 1,000 times, but $1 Million Arm is exactly that. It shows about a man who takes all these chances and tries to make it big. All right, I had to include a tearjerker. I had to include one for father and son, Nebraska, and starring Bruce Dern and, of course, Will Forte. And I'm a huge Will Forte fan. From Saturday Night Live, I watch him on Last Man on Earth every week on Fox. So he's a great comedian with incredible talent. But here he plays the son of a father who's determined to win his lottery winnings. He won this big cash prize somewhere in Nebraska. And so his son knows, Will Forte, knows that it's fake. His dad's got some sort of, at his elderly age, he's starting to lose his faculties. But he wants to please his father. So they drive all the way to Nebraska, this small town, to find out where his winnings are for this grand prize. Shot in glorious black and white. It's got humor. It's got a devotion of a son to his father. It's a movie that I think you will never forget. You really won't. And Will Forte and Bruce Dern, the legendary Bruce Dern, give outstanding performances. Up for a bunch of Oscars a few years ago. Check out Nebraska. Okay, me in classic film, had to get an oldie in there, a black and white one. One of my all-time favorite films, How Green Is My Valley, about a Welsh father and his 4 sons growing up in a coal mining town in England. I know, you're saying, what, Jeff? It's like, look, it's got a young Roddy McDowall. It's about family going through strikes. It's about family struggling with money. It's about community. It's about... It makes comments on social class. It's got everything. It's from 1941. It's got a beautiful soundtrack and incredibly photographed from producer Daryl F. Zanuck, won all kinds of Academy Awards. Take a chance on it. It's going to be a little different, but I'm telling you, you're never going to forget How Green Is My Valley. It's one of my all-time favorites, and I'm dying to know what you think. So if you do choose it to watch it, please leave a comment below. I'd love to know what you thought of it. Don't miss this incredible movie. Of course, my number 1 pick is going to be a fun action film from 1998 from Guy Ritchie, one of my favorite action directors, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, about 4 friends who are poker buddies, and they're doing this ultimate poker game, and of course they lose, and the gangsters are like, yo, me, £500,000. So they rob drug dealers, they rob, I mean, it's crazy. I don't want to give everything away, but the action in it, the insanity of it, is one of the greatest action films of all time. It's got that English humor, it's got that slow motion kind of Matrix video, effects going in it, and the guys that star in the movie are just the best. You see the friendship, you see the camaraderie, and of course, Sting, it makes a cameo in it too, and a great as a bar owner. It's just the best. I've never forgotten this movie. It's one of my all-time favorites. I think you and your dad would absolutely love seeing Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. From the very first 15 minutes, you're going to be sucked right into it. All right, those are my picks for Father's Day 2016. Check out one of those films. And if you have a suggestion, put it in the comments below. But until then, surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, thumbs up, all those good things. Happy Father's Day, everyone. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard. I'll see you next time.